Bore da, croeso i'r Rwrdon. Unwaith eto. Mae'n bwrw glawr heddiw. Mae'n bwrw glawr iawn. Yeah, so thought I'd do a little continuation on the markets one, because we got to the point where we've got the medieval, or perhaps it was a bit further back, the Dark Ages, but throughout history, you know, markets, people trade, right? It's the mercurial energies, right? Mercury is interconnecting in terms of bartering and trading and communications, this kind of thing, services. Very, very mercurial. This is where we get mercantile from, the word, right? Mercury energy. And Mercury's just gone into Virgo, interestingly, harvest time. Discernment, separating the wheat from the chaff. Well, there's a good energy. And it's all coming in behind. Mercury's leading the way, like the snowplow through the snow. And so when you look at these markets, and you think about how that abstract credit, financial, money, economic bartering tool that we call money arrived, as I said in the last video, it made the people in charge of the money, of the markets, the people organising the markets, in a very powerful position. But so long as the market was in place. When the market wasn't in place, you know, they were probably a little bit insecure, you know, anxious perhaps, because you can't eat money and you can't drink it and you can't shelter under it. So you need the market to be as important, influential, all-consuming as possible, so that your money, if you're in you know, the business of organising markets and credit notes, promissory notes, you need that to be as a priority for the people, so that you can have what you want using this money, which doesn't degenerate, you know. If you got money, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't biodegrade, right, like food does. So you want it to be as influential and as important in people's lives as possible, so that you can hoard it. There's an important word, hoarding, because you can't hoard food very long, right? Because it goes off unless you put, you know, Frankenstein foods together with these preservatives, you know, and GM, genetically modified foods, you know, this kind of thing. That's another story. That's another video, because we're on the markets. So if the financial system is geographically on a wide scale and on a time scale consistent, perpetual all the time, then if you've got the money, if you're in charge of the wellspring of money, the fountain of money, the mint, right, they call it, then you're the boss. You're in charge. You know, people will be motivated by what you control, which is the money, right? And this is where we are at the moment. Money is all consuming. Without money, in our society, you're in big trouble. And so you can get squeezed, for want of a better word, if you haven't got money. You know, you can have your money taken away from you, and then you're in big trouble, particularly with the education system, because we're not taught Maslow's pyramid's base level, sustenance, shelter, food and water, sustenance, you know, as part of our upbringing, as part of our education. So you go back to those times, you know, medieval times or further back, and, you know, that was job number one for the parents to teach the children, was how to grow food, how to build a home, how to, you know, source water from a well or a spring, etc., 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 how to live, right? How to stay alive, how to navigate the 3D material world. And then, you know, once you got that bit settled and sorted, then you can, you know, get a little bit more artistic or sophisticated. You know, you can move in different directions. But we're all funneled into this area where we're all, you know, it's a cult, right? We're all obsessed with money. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. Right, so people spend, you know, all their waking lives, adult lives, trying to source and gather, you know, harvest this money, right? These credit notes, this abstract mathematics. And it's got to a place where it's unhealthy. You know, we need to roll it back, to say the very least. Yeah, because it creates these power hubs where whoever controls the money, and you get into tax as well, right? Where we're fleeced for our money by the the top of the hierarchy, you know, in the ivory towers above the glass ceiling, and they don't even have to do anything. We give it to them, you know, because we're programmed to do so. That tax is obviously a good thing. Schools and hospitals. We won't have any schools and hospitals. Who'll fill in the potholes in the roads if we don't pay our taxes? So, you know, you can get penalised and worse, prosecuted, if you fail to pay your taxes. But then you get into law, right? And, you know, if there isn't a victim making a claim against you, there can't be a crime. That's the only way there can be a crime, if there's a victim making a claim against you. And yet, you know, when you think of, I don't know, parking tickets, or, you know, someone's indicator light isn't working properly, there's no victims here, but yet you can still get prosecuted by these authorities without a claim against you, other than this corporate rules and regulations, terms and conditions, company policy stuff. Yeah, so I don't want to stray too far from the point with the markets. I think I've pretty much made that point, that yeah, the market is now globally all-consuming, and therefore the money system, you know, is a runaway train, right? And then, you know, you look at interest, where money reproduces asexually, and so there can never be enough of this abstract, you know, emperor's new clothes situation, where this illusory numerical mathematics is you know, the priority of the global population, and it's a bit bonkers. It's a bit you know, totalmente tonto, as they say in Spain. So yeah, you know, here we are. This is the point we're at, and so we've just had this Mars North Node Uranus conjunction in Taurus, which is all about prosperity, right? Taurus, what you're holding, and it's a bit of a shake-up energy. So my prediction, my inkling, my intuition on it is that this whole mercantile interchange of goods and services and produce is up for a shake-up. You know, perhaps long overdue. Needs a little reconsideration, to say the very least. So we'll leave it there from Rainy Island, and we'll continue our little dog walk. I'm with Connell, the terrier. Connell in Welsh is Blythe Cryfion, which means strong wolf. And yeah, the frogs are particularly wary of this particular strong wolf. Well, Connell.